What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Savage.
What's up, people? How we doing? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time. We're back. 10:63. You have to pardon me. Little under the weather today, but still feeling up to, ingesting some peak fiction as always. So happy to be here with everybody. Chrissy said that this is a pretty big chapter. I'm unspoiled. I don't know what's happening. I am hoping that, we do see some other factions and things like that have to be involved here. Like last week I was saying, hopefully we get an update on Smoker or something like that. That would be something fun. I have no idea what's going to happen. Oh. If you guys missed it earlier in the week, we did have a collab over on Roger's Base's channel with everybody that was there live for the Film Red premiere, or just about everybody. And that was a lot of fun. There was a non-spoiler section and a spoiler section. So when you guys finally get a chance to see the movie, or if you've seen the movie, you can watch the whole thing. Otherwise, go back to it later. I'll eventually do some content on Film Red. I'll probably, shoot it and then aim for it to be released to coincide with the release in America. So like around November 4th. All right, I've got the chapter up here. I have my OST ready. Chapter 1063, the only family I've got. Okay, we've got... All right. Cold-blooded voyage 21. Pudding's been kidnapped. All right. We did talk about this being a possibility. Pudding being important enough. If she awakens, she can read the Poneglyphs, right? So she's very important as a Third-Eyed Tribe member, and now we're going to get Pudding naturally back into the story. But we have Cracker here, got low diffed. Brûlée is crying. Pudding is gone. This is getting very spicy. This is getting spicy. I like this. Okay. Moving on to the next page. We move from Chocolate Town, right, to Fat, Luffy, Chopper, and Bonnie, which reminds me of Chocolate Town in Whole Cake, right? When they were just eating all the the chocolate in Chocolate Town. Yeah, I am a little disappointed that the cover story, like, as important as it is not happening in the main canon. Like, just give us a whole chapter of what happened there. I think that would be better, but, hey. All right. What's keeping everybody? I bet they'll all love the food machine, except maybe Sanji. You guys sure can eat. All four of you have bulging bellies. Okay, and we have a correction here. Atlas has been changed to Punk 05, which is what Cypherpult was saying that Atlas was. So, in the last scan and everything, and even in the viz, it was saying 6, but I'm sure they'll fix it by the volume. Jinbei's like, mine was already like that. We getting savage. All right. Woof, woof, woof. The recycle cur. All right, we've got a dog that eats scrap. Well, I ought to get back to work. If I don't run riot, no one will. What kind of job is that? So then Atlas flies to go beat the hologram monster. And then we've got some little people behind them there. Chopper's noticing. Who are they? Petrology. Okay. That's what it says on one of their backs. Petrol is fuel, so this person studies fuel. Linda, I don't know. Maybe we'll get a better view of them. I can only really make out that one. Oh, we got a new fit. Certified drip. Luffy is wearing an SSG clothing. Oh, and he's got the boots to match. Jeez, he's just missing like he's just missing some like goldfish in the bottom of it. My man's got the platform high tops right now. He's looking like Disco Stew from Simpsons. Let's see. I think it's safe to assume they're lab assistants of some kind. This place seemed deserted a second ago. Were they hiding because they weren't sure about us? Isn't it a little hot for those outfits? No way, for real? Well, these clothes feel so light. They're nice and breezy, too. Where'd you get those? Getting the fits of the future. Here, ooh, fashion. Nothing beats free clothes after a complimentary meal. Oh, if Bonnie's going to change clothes, Chrissy's going to be happy. She wanted Bonnie to switch into something different. Style section. How about a battle uniform? Wait, I can undress myself. Okay. Okay, Bonnie. Okay, Chopper. Jinbei's just got the Hawaiian fit on. My man's looking like Nedry from Jurassic Park. You didn't say the magic word. K Pro N with the super chat that just said H. I'm sure there's probably more to that. Barry said A+ Disco Stew reference goes back to call. Let's see. I'm digging this Bonnie fit though. That's certified. I'm also digging the Chopper one. The Jinbei fit is it's a fit. I mean, it exists. Alright. These are light. The boots they make me feel like I'm floating. It's so future. I can't wait to see everybody else's drip. Like, everybody needs to go through this machine, like, ASAP. I need Sanji in a battle suit. Watch, it just makes him look like Stealth Black or, just some German. Mario Cell, member for 11 months. The Bonnie Drip W. Oh yeah, big facts. These would make for perfect disguises, but it's probably too late for that. Bonnie says, well, I'm off to find some weapons and deal with Vegapunk. Catch you later. Heads up. It's Kuma. Kuma? Is it just me, or is he looking for us? Got the Kuma police here. Alright. Shout out to the boy. I had to pull the drip out. Alright. Let's get out of here. He's about to charge. We've got the Kuma Ops here. Also has these Disco Stew platforms on. I bet when Zoro goes through this machine, this is the fit Zoro's gonna get. He's gonna look like an op. Let's see. All right, he's gonna fire his laser beam.
Another one.
Provisions and garments reported stolen. Thieves detected. Oh my god. That stuff wasn't free? Then why did it just pop out like that? Surely the damage he's causing is worse than what we did. Shout out to Ben DeGear, member for 15 months. Randy, words like candy. Alright. If he's attacking. Like I said, I knew we were going to get some sort of a fight this chapter. Oda, can't resist. We need something. Alright. This is instead of Robocop, it's Robopops. Kuma no. Bonnie comes in with the swiftness, the swift kick, flip kick. Trying to protect what she believes to be her dad. Definitely getting Robocop vibes for sure. Robopops. What the heck, Bonnie? Didn't you see his lasers? I gotta slug him. Beep, beep, beep. That's my father. What? He's the only family I've got. You said your dad was turned into a cyborg. You were talking about Kuma? Begging you. She doesn't realize that Dad's been cloned a million times here. My guy, Parvision's in the chat. Please don't hurt my daddy. Little flashback. We're seeing Kuma without the shades on. Man's out here. He's got the... From the side profile, he's out here looking like Cobra. Damn, Oda went in on this, like, crying face of Bonnie. Let me get out of there. It's just a pacifista. Did Bonnie not run into any of the Kuma clones on Sabaody? I guess not. A certain sea in the New World. Say, ha 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 ha. We getting some. We getting some Blackbeard. Getting some Blackbeard. Some Blackbeard? Alright, okay. Kurohige! Kurohige! Alright. Ooh! 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 Kurohige versus Law? Law and Kobe reunion? The Rocky Port Boys? The Rocky Port Boys? Alright. It's agenda time. It's agenda time. It's no good, Captain! Alright. Another hit like that and the water pressure will crush us. Let's surface. We won't be able to escape. There's land northeast of here. Prepare for battle and be quick about... What the... Wow, Captain, you're so... Did Law run into Ivankov? Crap, we're sorry. What am I looking at here?
Savage.
I'm confused. Alright. Got me too. Keep away from the infected. Its power is contagious. They're hoping to disorient us with this forced gender flipping. I'll be fine though. Our clashes with the Emperors taught me that devil fruit powers can be countered if you use a great deal of Haki. Captain, we've surfaced. So Law willed himself back into a man. Oda really did this for the merch. My man's really out here for the merch. Alright.
Another one.
Martin Victorino, member for 6 months, said, I love that new female character. Alright, so hold on, because I gotta stop for a second. I gotta stop for a second here. Because this, we know that Ivankov is the person that does this. So is there somebody on Blackbeard's crew that can also do what Ivankov does? You got a female Beppo in the back, too. When Beppo turns into a female, Beppo gets carrot hair. All right. All right. I'm confused, but I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue going. I'm gonna continue. All right. Did they kill Ivankov? Because that would be wild. Ooh, he's managed to nullify the disease. I'd expect no less from a pirate worth 3 billion. Okay, so this is like a... This is like a thing that Doc Q can do? That's how diseases go. An antibody always comes along, and when one person finds a remedy, it's not long before everyone's cured. Sick fruit. It was entertaining though, right? I called this one the Milady Transformation Plague. Oh my god. Alright. Wee! Ha ha ha! My buff fruit powers are the fruit. Wait, buff fruit? Is that a Rouge's? I don't know. So Rouge now has a fruit. Sorry. Jesus Burgess now has a fruit. That seems very similar to a Rouge's fruit, but... Alright, he's lifting a mountain. Van Augur now has a beard. So, 2 years later, he gets a beard. I'm gonna send you over to the island. Warp fruit? Oh, we're getting some... We're getting some lore! We're getting some lore here. Okay. My man can teleport. Somebody's in the woods. Snap. Okay. How did he get in front of us? Superhuman strength, bizarre contagions, teleportation. These guys have hunted down some insane powers. No wonder their bounties keep rising. It's gonna crush us. Vroom. Yeah, ha. Sashiburi da na, Trafagaro. My man said it's been a while. So is this confirmation that he was at the Rocky Port? Is Law the 10 Titanic captain? Did Law make a deal with Blackbeard against Wang Ji? All right. This is insane, by the way, people. Like, this is insane. Like, I just need to preface that this is insane. What do you want? Is that any way to speak to a fellow member of the worst generation? Let's see. All right. When you, Kid, and Straw Hat left Wano, I knew one of you would end up here. But I had no way of knowing which one would show. Commodore, Stronger says he's struggling to carry our weight. I'm struggling myself. Wait a second. Mythical horse fruit. Model Pegasus. Bro. Did they mess with Gonfal's horse? Like, I saw it in the previous thing. I was just like, wow. Like, bro, they really killed Gonfal's horse. Pierre is dead. Someone said I made the same mistake. It's not Pierre's fruit? Was it because Pierre was just a bird that ate the horse fruit or something? I thought I had a bird with a regular horse fruit. All right. Damn. That would have been crazy, though. All right. With Big Mom and Kaido gone, the world's going to turn on its head. Sounds fun, huh? Kaido had one, didn't he? Just how many road Poneglyph rubbins have you got? I'll be taking them off your hands. Took the words right out of my mouth. Let's settle this. Winner takes all. Titans clash. That's the end of the chapter? Give me more! I need more! Alright, this is absurd. First of all, Law is... Law's not gonna be, Law's in some trouble. Law's in some trouble. Because his whole crew is trash. So... And they're not gonna just, like, pull out of nowhere and, like, be not trash. It's about to get spicy! Like... Law might die. Law's about to get off-screened. Oh, man. I don't think the full moon is out. The only one that I think can, like, maybe even hang for a little bit is Jean Bart.
Another one.
Everybody else?
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Another one.
Oh, man. Chrissy, member for 18 months, said, you know he can't count on Beppo and the Heart Pirates. He's got to solo everybody. Emil, member for 18 months, said Law is going to share a cell with Kobe soon, Pudding too. Hey, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that.
Another one.
Law's in trouble. I really hope 1064 is more of this, but knowing Oda, he'll just like go back to Egghead and leave us hanging. Luciak said, R.I.P. Bozo.
Savage.
And didn't I say that Law would probably run into Blackbeard? I think I said. I think that's what I was saying. I was like, Kid goes to Elbaf, Law goes to like Hachinosu or you know wherever Blackbeard is. And I was saying that a while ago.
Savage.
I wasn't expecting to see it this soon though. I'm catching up on the chat here. This is... Alright. Digman14 said, Law isn't worried in the slightest. That seems very unusual for him. Law might be gearing up to style on the Blackbeard Pirates, something fierce. Yeah, but you know what? Ace was, you know, he had that same smug smile on his face. We know what happened there. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mr. Fan09 said, will it be an actual fight or give it his crew a Davy backfight winner takes all? I mean, I'd love to see a Davy backfight, but it's kind of pointless if it's not involving the Straw Hats, personally. Maxo, member 18 months, said, I can see Burgess being a Bluno type matchup for Luffy down the line. Yeah, I've always thought about that, and I've actually mentioned that because it was like really hard to find a, you know, perfect matchup. But ever since Jinbei actually joined and became the helmsman, and then we found out that, you know, Burgess is the helmsman, I kind of feel like Burgess and Jinbei are going to be
Another
a
one.
matchup at some point. Ace 2532 said, Law sacrificing his crew to escape would be tragic, but makes a lot of sense. Also, Van Augur has the most busted fruit in the verse if there's no range limits on it. That's facts right there. But the thing is that I like about Van Augur's fruit is that Law can basically counter that because these are like the only two people that can really teleport. Now, I expected Lucky Roo to have some sort of a fruit like that. You know, since Oda said that Lucky Roo is the fastest, you know, out there, right? My guy Ty.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
Lavish bracket. In a
Hey.
lavish bracket. Gotta have it. Racks, I gotta have it. Gotta have it. Beat my fabric. Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
My guy Ty said, sorry I'm late, Captain. Part of my enjoying the chapter is thinking about how you and everyone in the crew is losing their shit while reading the chapter. So Blackbeard is missing just Kaido's road Poneglyph rubbing? What up, Savage Crew? I mean, he needs pudding for something, though. I mean, well, he needs pudding to read it. So Blackbeard's about to have everything, and then he needs pudding to, like, awaken and read everything. Or, no, I don't know. I wonder if, like, you know, there was I still go back to this. Back when we did the 999 stream, chapter 999. Man, I forget their name. But someone did a great super chat, and they were like, what if Pudding's awakening for her fruit allows them to extract the memories from objects, right? So that her fruit would go in to the Poneglyph or the rubbing and be able to read it that way. So she wouldn't necessarily need to even open the third eye, but that both the fruit that she has and her eye together would be, you know, a match for all of that. Chin said, Will of P. Pierre is safe. Oh my god. Evil Warrior 5, member for 18 months, said, if Augur can warp their ship, it explains how Blackbeard got to Amazon Lily and back pretty fast. Hey, yes, yes. Usopp probably going to need Future Sight to fight him. Oh yeah, he's going to need that advanced Obzo Haki for sure. That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good fight. Jonathan Arcade, member for 8 months. Usopp versus Augur just got more interesting. Hell yeah. You and Evo on the same page. Usopp's going to have to unlock some crazy future sight to predict where Augur teleports and all. You guys are like literally back to back with those member chats saying basically the same thing. The collective, you know, mind is something else. Brandon King said, since Law's a doctor, perhaps he tries to cut Blackbeard from the inside and figures out why Blackbeard's body is odd. Interesting. Would be a great way to find out. That would be awesome to get some lore here. Maxo said Law is def not dying, but he's def not winning either. Oh, we know he's not winning. All right. Beppo's trash. Penguin's trash. Shachi's trash. Jean Bart, I mean, I like him, but he's not at their level. Guy with the mask is trash. The girl is trash. The big dude with the mustache and the bald head is trash. Everybody else, all of them wearing their, you know, prison fits and everything like that. They're about to get locked up, and they already have the outfits for it. So, there we go. Someone said, do not underestimate Beppo. He may sue Long to save Law. Bro, if I actually see Beppo do something, like anything, just anything, it's on. Oh my god. Titus said, could Pudding be being kidnapped open the way for a Straw Hat Big Mom alliance? Oh, no doubt. For sure. Especially considering that Luffy wasn't the one to actually put Big Mom down, keeps him in good standing with the Big Mom pirates. And that's totally on purpose. Shout out to Trey Bird for the 1-year membership.
Savage.
Mariko said, don't slander Beppo. Let Beppo do something, and then I might stop my slander. All right? My man is just, he's just merch fodder. That's just it. That's it. He's a gag character. Loggy Doggy said, could Devon's ability allow her to copy the third eye? That's interesting. I just don't think Oda would go there. Man. I don't know, guys. I mean, all I'm thinking about, though, is that this is, there's some heavy agenda here. All right? Law is in the same place as Kobe. All right? Aokaji's about to pull up. Gonna be sword business, baby. Gonna be sword business. Alright? Was and sword. The agenda. Stocks are high right now. Let me find out. Is it just me, or was this chapter like 8 pages? Like, this felt like reading Marineford Weekly. 1, 2, technically 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 pages, Oda. 14 pages? You know, less, and that's counting the double spreads as like 1 page each. Like, can I get my other 4 pages? We're gonna get that Rocky Port lore. We're gonna figure out what happened there. I'm definitely vibing with the idea that Law gets like thrown into a cell with Kobe. But the thing too is that what does Blackbeard gain by capturing these guys? What does he gain? Because the other thing too is that Blackbeard gains more by killing Law and taking his fruit. Kobe, on the other hand, doesn't have a fruit that we know of. So there's nothing really for him to gain. You know, unless there's some sort of intel that he believes that Kobe has that he can use. But Law has one of the best fruits in the entire series, so it's like arguably top 1 as far as fruits go. So that's something that he wants. I mean, he definitely just wants the rubbings apparently, but. Ooh, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't it usually 15 pages? Normally it's 18. That's like the average. Is Burgess wearing some sort of like half mask thing?
Savage.
He looks like Two-Face now. Yeah, he is. He's got some sort of like weird mask thing. He's you know, he's looking like Spandam now, looking like Mankind. Did Sabo mess him up that much that like they needed to reconstruct his face? And just think about how much has happened since Dressrosa. Because Van Augur was in Dressrosa to get the Marimara no Mi because he didn't have a fruit. And now he does. Parvin said, yeah, because Sabo's that guy. I mean, yeah. Like, definitely something happened. If it wasn't at Dressrosa, it was at Baldigo. Man, could you imagine if, like, one of these fruits find out was actually, like, from the Revolutionary Army or something? Burgess's fruit is an upgrade of Rouge. I mean, that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. I mean, that would have been one, like, crazy way to say that, you know, Rouge was dead, too. This man literally lifts up a building. Like, I'm still trying to process all of this. The Flame Emperor and a few good men, yeah. Law is about to get, like, crushed. This is crazy. And I seriously, I cannot defend his crew. His crew is, yo, some of these guys are gonna die. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way. And where did Van Augur blip to? Because, like, unless he can, like, teleport other people, too, kind of like how Law can? Because I'm kind of confused here. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. He teleports Burgess over to the island. So just like Law, Van Augur can send. Oh wow. Ooh. I'm gonna need to see those Zoropacks in the chat for Law. Raymar Football said Law is gonna get aced. I'm right with you. Van Augur, Burgess, I'm gonna send you over to the island. Got it. Blip. Dude teleports. Heads over there. Rips up a mountain. How did he get in front of us? He got teleported. Superhuman strength. Bizarre contagions. Teleportation. These guys have hunted down some insane powers. No wonder their bounties keep rising. He throws the mountain. Law rooms his crew out of the way. Blackbeard pulls up, hilariously crushing Doc Yu and, you know, weighing down Pegasus. Stronger, I mean. It's been a while. So, Blackbeard and Law have some history. That's confirmed. Look at those Zoropacks in the chat. What do you want? No way of knowing which one of you would show. Let's settle this. Winner takes all. Wow. Yeah, well, Blackbeard doesn't lose, so... Yeah. Ronnie Fazio, thoughts on who the other Blackbeard pirate that was went with Aokiji? Says that their idea is Avalon Pizarro because he has mythical Nemean lion devil fruit. I mean, I think that's... You're getting... I mean, I don't know what the justification for that fruit is. I think Lafitte is with Aokiji. And that's what I've always said. Even when we were discussing at 1046, and I was like, if this is the Blackbeard pirates, you know, which ones are there? I said one of them's got to be Lafitte. So, Ty got caught. Later, brother. Mongola said, I like how we have the OG Jaya crew here from Blackbeard. That is true. That is true. This is the OG Jaya crew. Van Augur, Blackbeard, Stronger, Doc Hugh, Burgess. These were the people that we knew. And Lafitte was at that time on a mission, right? On his way to Marijoa to, Marineford, right? To set up Blackbeard as the next warlord. So it would make sense that since we have this Jaya crew here, Lafitte is once again on another mission. So he's the one that went to Whole Cake. So I'm going to stand by that. Because that just seems to be, like, Lafitte's thing. Like, he's the guy that, like, goes and handles business. Shiryu with Kuzan? Nah. I don't know where Shiryu is, but all of my stocks are on Lafitte. My stocks are on Lafitte. Dave on Schoolboy Beat says Scopper make an appearance similar to Rayleigh. I don't know about that. I don't know if anybody's saving Law from this. This is kind of wild. Maxo said you can theorize Shiryu is anywhere because he's invisible. Yeah, like that's another thing too. Remember that the Blackbeard pirates, they do not fight clean, right? So like Law could think he's having a 1v1 against Blackbeard, and then out of nowhere he just gets stabbed in the gut by Shiryu, and he's been there the whole time. Like I can totally see that happening. Yamil Diaz said Frankie's going to need a bigger robot to fight the buffed Burgess. I think it's Jinbei's fight, to be honest. But yeah. Doc Q might forcefully change Chopper's forms with the Sick. Who's fighting the horse? Interesting. What happened to Moria, by the way? Yeah, we do need an info dump on that, and we have not seen. Like, I was expecting, like, if we were gonna learn that Moria was dead, it was gonna be via like seeing one of these guys, like Burgess or something, like rip a shadow out. So these guys are confirmed to not have Moria's fruit. Yeah. This is... I don't know. This is what's happening.
Right to jail, right away.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Luciak said, harvest Law's fruit, give to random father, perform an immortality operation, let the fruit respawn near Blackbeard, repeat for Blackbeard crew, pack watch. I mean, you know, that's my theory on Emu and everything, that they were doing that for a while. Moria is celebrating Kaido's defeat behind the scenes. I mean, unless Moria is, you know, on their way to Wano to, you know, get Kaido's corpse. That could be a thing too. Pack watch for sure. He's watching for the pack. Jinbei's attire quite similar to Water 7's Tom. Yeah, I feel that. Evo said, I always felt like Moria's fruit would have suited Doc Q very well. 6-6 feels pretty on the nose, but oh well. I mean, I was expecting something, you know, on the nose for these guys to begin with, because it's the end game fight, so it has to be like kind of what we're expecting, right? So Van Augur being able to teleport, that's right in line with like Usopp having to hit a, you know, essentially a moving target, right? So Usopp's got to really do that. Champion Burgess being really strong fits the character, right? 6 fruit, very on the nose, but at the same time, it keeps Chopper on his toes, because it's basically every fight against the Blackbeard Pirates is going to utilize the strengths of the Straw Hat crew to their fullest, right? So probably whoever Sanji fights, you know, may have some sort of a fruit that is like bad food related or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I just imagine that whoever the other Blackbeard pirate was is going to be Sanji's opponent, because I just don't see Sanji and Kuzan fighting. I mean, I don't see why Sanji and Kuzan would fight anyway. I mean, I guess fire versus ice, I guess that's probably, you know, what we're talking about, but no, I don't really see that. I think it's going to be Frankie versus San Juan Wolf with his gigantic mech. And either Robin or Nami versus Katarina. I mean, Sanji is either going to fight Lafitte or Avalo Pizarro, I imagine. And then... but Brook could also fight Lafitte, I guess, because they both have canes. They both have, like, a similar style. I'm not sure. Do I think Law will lose his fruit? I mean, the possibility is there. The possibility is there. Like, you know, we have to be serious, and we have to, you know, be realistic here. Here, I'll be right back, guys, and we'll get more into this.
Savage.
All right, I'm back. Chair piece. The chair piece is real. Scuba 7 said, all we saw were feet in Chocolate Town cover page. Lafitte. Google Lafitte and the shoes match the cover story page. I want to say this is confirmed. I mean, that's what I've been saying ever since 1046. I was like, one of these is Lafitte. Brooke versus Vasco shot. That's interesting. I would rather. I think Vasco shot should fight either Robin or Nami, to be honest. I think it's Nami versus Katarina Devon, and then Robin versus Vasco shot. Because like Robin could totally just like kill Vasco, and like we'd be all for it. And she's an assassin, so I need that. Brandon said, I think Sanji will fight Avalo Pizarro, as that guy is a corrupt king from the north with metal modifications, just like Judge. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. But, you know, we could also have heat on Lafitte. So, but, I mean, either way, those are my two picks.
Another one.
My guy Fable, member for 16 months. Hey, shout out to the boy. This is so nuts. This is so nuts. Because the other thing too is like this is like tying in with the cover story so well. And the other thing too is that this means that like Katakuri is going to get involved, because Katakuri is not going to stand idly by while Pudding has been kidnapped. So like Katakuri is going to be like on our side in the the final battle against Blackbeard or something. Oh man. Parker's EZZ. Am I planning on adding more figurines to my collection? I mean, the more characters that Oda creates, yeah, until I feel like I'm a collector. Oh man, I just want to know more about the Rocky Port incident. Like, I really legitimately need more lore on the Rocky Port, and I initially wasn't thinking that Blackbeard was there, because I was like, maybe he just benefited from it. But now there is maybe an implication that maybe he was there, or Law just set it up as a. And I do wish I had gotten my Rocky Port video out by now. But I've just been so busy. So, But now there's like even more stuff to talk about with it. Wow. Wow. Raymar Football said Lafitte definitely with Kuzan, Blackbeard's OG right hand. It's not even a question to me. Like, Lafitte is definitely over there, and then the other thing too is that Lafitte can hypnotize people. So that's like that was probably necessary to kidnap Pudding. So they went ahead and just like hypnotized Pudding, and there we go. I feel like I have to do a video just on the cover story here. And big shout out to the guy Fable. W's in the chat.
In a lavish bracket.
W's in the chat.
Racks, I gotta have it. Beat my fabric. Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
He said, thanks for all the love, everyone. What a chapter. What a chapter for sure. Tomato said, why is no one talking about the beard? Are you talking about Van Auger's beard? It was the first thing I mentioned when I saw Van Auger. Vernon Co said, Law's really about to be like, Mr. Bart, I don't feel so good. Oh, man. Like, here's the thing, right? I wanted to do something that was unrelated to Egghead this chapter, but I didn't expect to actually get it. And then for it to be this. My guy, Eric Telford in the chat, he said, I need to know, where does the soundbite for I don't think you have the facilities for this big man come from? Kills me every time. It's well, I mean, you know the big Shaq meme, right, from a couple years ago, man's not hot, right? So he did a thing with, I think it was why is this like escaping me? What's the name of that website? Anyway, he was explaining his lyrics to someone, and then he was just like going into it, and I don't know, man. I'll send you the video. It's hilarious. I mean, that's where I got most of the Big Shaq stuff, was just from that one video, because they basically had it like a green screen, so I was able to go through it and throw it in here.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Or maybe it was from an interview. I don't know. Either way, I've got it. Eric said, great chapter reaction as always. Knew it'd be a little extra special with the Rocky Port boys involved. Oh man, the Rocky Port boys, like, the lore is firing up, brother. Man, this is... I'm waiting for Law and Kobe to be in the same room. Like, I'm going to ascend. Okay? I'm going to ascend, because it's going to be agenda time. Fable said, before anyone starts saying R.I.P. Law, remember Sulong Beppo is right there. Jean Bart Conqueror's class incoming too. I mean, I'm just gonna throw this again.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
That's the Beppo. Yeah. I don't know about that. Fail said, I love how he leaned so far into his one-hit wonder status, never even cared to do anything other than the meme. Well, he's a comedian, so it was always about the meme. It was never about it. He was just method acting. Which is like part of the hilarious part to me. Barry said, Sanji and the fashion machine, when? I need it. I need it. And I want to see how close it is to like the Germa tech.
Savage.
Crappy 11. Why is everything Kuma Kuma? Seraphim, Pacifista, Cyborg Kuma, Police Kuma. Why is Vegapunk obsessed with Kuma? Why do all of the Terminators look like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Right? Other than the T-1000. But, you know, there was even a, what was it? A teaser trailer for Terminator 2 that showed, like, that all of them do look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like the T-800 model. And Oda's a huge Terminator fan, as am I. So that's where he's drawn.
It's about to get spicy.
Yeah, Ty. We back at it.
Another one.
Said, not my normal style, but Gio wanted to hear the heat on feet drop. Also, Cap, is it just me, or does Rat seem kind of peaceful towards new island visitors? I think they earned the peaceful side of Wrath.
The heat on feet, bro.
I'm waiting for some heat on feet. Like, I want to put the apron back on. Like, can we get Sanji versus some sea beasts in the next chapter or something? You know, throw some heat on the feet. You know, actually, technically, I just realized that I did not do this, but in, I think it was 1061, right, when we were getting all of the bounties, Sanji did legitimately have heat on feet fighting Zoro in the background, and I did not put the apron on, and now I'm upset with myself. Even the slight little panel that requires the apron. Eric said, bring back Super Saiyan 2 bang when you ascend, my guy. Saeed Abdo, yeah. Genius. Genius.com. That was what it was. He did an interview with Genius.com. But then he also did the BBC Extra interview. So there's other stuff. You know, like when we get... And it's like... I was dying when Oda named one of the characters Yoke. I mean, the Viz called him York. But, you know, because I also have...
Can you ask an egg, how do you have your yolk? You can't. Either man's got the yolk or man ain't got the yolk. Man's got the yolk.
And that's how I feel about Blackbeard. Man's got the yolk. So, Law doesn't stand a chance. Now, Law's got some yolk too. But... I don't know. I don't know. Luffy's shoes look like Astro Boys. They look like platform shoes from the 70s. And Astro Boy's shoes. There's a lot of Astro Boy here. There's a lot of Gigantor. There's a lot of Godzilla. There's a lot of Terminator. There's a lot of video games in general. Mario. Nintendo. There's Back to the Future. Like, the fashion machine in itself was, like, you know, very, like, almost Back to the Future inspired in a sense. We've got holograms. Like, there's a lot going on. Shout out to Jonathan R.K. who said, in real life spirituality tradition, opening your third eye / enlightenment is usually done through meditation. But there's also many who allegedly do so through hypnosis. We in here, we cracked it. I was already talking about that. I was like, this is how we get there with Lafitte and his hypnosis, and then now we have the lore to prove it. I'm dropping this early.
Another one. And another one.
Oh man. Let's see. What are my thoughts on the theory of Lilith being created with some of Sora's lineage factor? Vegapunk might have had a thing for Lost to Judge. Look, I'm all about that lore. I like that because it helps like finally take this Sanji story full circle. So it just, we need to see what the hair is. But the other thing too is that Sanji is like fawning over Lilith instead of like having an emotional reaction. So I don't know if if Lilith's hair is blonde or yellow like Sanji's is. If it is, that'd be, you know, crazy. Fable said, has anyone talked about the theory that characters have been reappearing in the story based on their birthdays? Buggy, Bonnie, and Blackbeard next to Yamato. That's interesting. What's Blackbeard's birthday? Catching up. Crappy 11 said, Randy, drop a savage, please. Savage.
Savage.
Bilbo Baggins said, Law has the Zo and Wano Poneglyphs. From the cover story, Blackbeard likely got a copy of Big Mom's. If he has the last missing one, all 4 road Poneglyphs could be at play in this fight. Yeah. And there was no way that Blackbeard was going to get the Zo one, so he needed a situation like this. And Blackbeard will get that Poneglyph. Like, it's not a question. Blackbeard wins, always. Alright? He is DJ Khaled in the One Piece universe. All he does is win. Brennan King said, saw Kev Dog's theory the other day that Vegapunk may look like the actor that played the scientist that stopped Godzilla in the original movie. Fits with government agents looking like Japanese actors. Yeah, I saw that theory and I did like it. We'll see what happens. It would be interesting if like the other silhouettes and things that we've gotten from Vegapunk in the past and everything were actually just satellites. Like the one with the big forehead and everything like that, and that the regular Vegapunk is actually just a normal guy. I said double damn it, got caught again. Blackbeard is inevitable. He is. He's inevitable like Thanos.
No resurrections this time.
Let's see. All right, let's do our reread of the chapter. Catch things up. Figel said Law is an October birthday. Yeah, I think he's early October because he's a Libra. I think it's October 9th. Could be wrong. Back in October. Bonnie is a September birthday, came back in September. Buggy came back into the story on his birthday. Yeah, I do remember, we talked about that. Might get a November birthday surprise. I mean, that would be like a special Zoro chapter.
Another one.
Oscar Cruz, member for 16 months. Cover story was such a shock. Pray for Pudding. Could you imagine that, like, they kill Pudding and Avalo Pizarro takes Pudding's fruit, and then that's the emotional connection for Sanji's fight? That'd be so wild. I don't think Oda's that dark, but I love Jinbei as a matter of fact, like right at the beginning, just being like, yeah, I'm already fat, my guy. This is me on a normal day. Burns got a bounce. Happy to see you here, man. All right, I gotta get back to work. My planet needs me. Atlas just flies out and attacks one of the holograms with their photonic gloves. And then we've got these little people. One of them looks like Finn from Adventure Time, the one with Petrology there. Brandon King said, I heard people speculating the special chapter for November birthday would be a Yamato chapter. Perhaps something happens with Wano. I mean, if anything happens with Wano, it's Moria showing up and, like, taking Kaido's corpse. That's it. They really got Kuma out here as the drip police, though. Like, they couldn't just let my guys flex. Like, they put on some certified drip, and this dude showed up to be like, nah, you gotta return those clothes. Really pulled up like a mix between like a T800 and a T1000. Let's see. You know, these people don't even really look like humans. Like in the shot where Kuma is, you know, a police. I guess this girl to the left holding the boombox is alright. Maybe these other people, but maybe they're just holograms too. But there's like a definite robot, and then these people on the right look like aliens. Kuma takes off. I'm just loving this arc though. Like, this was made for me. Like, all this sci-fi stuff, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not feeling the drip police, but, you know, hey. I'm wondering if we go into a Bonnie flashback soon. Because, like, we've got the tease there, right? So when we come back into this, there needs to be, you know, like, a little more emphasis going on here. And I don't know. I mean, that could mean we could be getting a little, like, Kuma lore, a little Bonnie lore. I don't know if he'll do it in 1064, but, I mean, now more than ever, I feel like we're going to get it soon. Fable said Kuma must have gotten his police control force training in Minneapolis. Stole clothes, blow up the city. Facts. This is my least favorite Kuma. Dizza said he could be part of the 20 families. I mean, I'm down for that. We've talked about things like that before. You know, he was a king. Savage. He was a king. Drew Beat said, will we get Robin wandering off, finding something amazing, and then not telling anyone? Oh, as always. Oh, most definitely. Oh my god. Let's see. All right, another hit like that, and the water pressure will crush us. Let's see. Prepare for battle. Be quick about it. This law business was so unnecessary. And Penguin and Shachi simping for their boy, also unnecessary. Carrot hair Buma, carrot hair Beppo, unnecessary. And like the problem with all of this too is that they, instead of making characters like as a collector, instead of making characters that they should really like focus on, like this is what they're going to make figures out of. The fact that Law really just like hockeyed his gender back is absurd to me. Because it's like, you know, there was a thing that we were talking about in the stream that I had with Roger on Wednesday. And this has nothing to do with Film Red. We just got into other things and we were talking about hockey, like, you know, diffusing other abilities and things like that. And, you know, and people were saying that, because I don't know, the conversation devolved into some power scaling at some point. And then we were talking about Sugar and how Sugar's, you know, like top 5 in the verse. And then people were saying, well, if you have, you know, enough Haki, then you should be able to counter that, right? So if someone gets turned into a toy and has enough Haki, could they now will themselves in the way that Law just did out of being a toy? But then it also diminishes the Usopp moment, right? Because Luffy already has Conqueror's Haki. So would Sugar's power have even worked on Luffy for Usopp to need to have unlocked his observation Haki to, you know, distract Sugar from, you know, touching Luffy? I don't know, I'm going off on a tangent, but I just, this particular feat of skill here is something else. Can we tell if this is Hachinosu or not? Like, what island is this? Theo said Kira should have been able to pop out of being a toy, though. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Baby, you think this is Kano Kuni? Do we know what sea Kano is in? Because I thought that Kano, you know, maybe wasn't even in the Grand Line, but, you know, maybe it is. Didn't Law say they were heading for Sphinx? No, Law didn't say at any point that they were heading to Sphinx. I mean, that'd be wild. If they're on Sphinx and then, like, Marco pulls up and, like, tries to save Law. I mean, that's... Now we're, you know, then we're getting spicy at that point. I mean, realistically, like, it does kind of look like Sphinx, though. Not gonna lie. Like, now that I'm, like, looking at some of it, I don't think that it's Sphinx, but... like, it does kind of look like that. Did this that man didn't have the facilities? Clearly not. Brandon said, I feel like this is on or near Hachinosu. It's poetic irony that Law picked the safest route but wound up meeting Blackbeard. So unlucky. Evo confirmed. Kano is West Blue. Yeah, as I thought. I didn't think it was in the Grand Line. Barry said Law just said they're taking the most direct path to the end. Yeah. And realistically, like, that was what Luffy and Kid wanted to do. They wanted to go where Law went. So this could have been them. Shin said Kid missed Blackbeard, so Kid's meeting Buggy. No, I think Kid is going to Elbaf. I think the Kid's gonna like stir up some trouble on Elbaf. Or at least that's what I want. That's what I would like. Like, then we get to Elbaf and we find out what Kid did, and then Kid actually becomes like a villain. Managed to nullify the disease. I expect no less from a pirate worth 3 billion. How did Doc Q realize that Law had nullified the disease? Because he's inside the submarine. Or is it because he got out of the submarine? I don't know. I mean, that's probably not the thing I should be worrying about. That's how diseases go. An antibody always comes along. And when one person finds a remedy, it's not long before everyone's cured. So I think Doc Q is putting Law on a pedestal here, and that because Law figured out how to beat the cure, he was able to use his fruit and cure everybody else, I guess. I mean, I don't see Beppo again. Beppo would be the, you know, the person to check on to see if he still had the carrot hair. I can't check. No. Fable said Doc Q must have crazy observation now that you mention it. Yeah, I mean, like, if he's figuring that out by, like, looking inside the submarine, then yeah. Gio said Doc maybe could feel that his devil fruit got countered. I mean, maybe. Tell me for a second, Law looked like he was going Super Saiyan. I mean, yeah. That one panel? Definitely. It was entertaining, though, right? I call this one the Milady Transformation Plague. I feel like Oda's going to have even more fun with that as we go on. I gotta say, Burgess looks raw with this, like, thing on his face now. I really wish there were like 2 to 4 more chapters, pages of this. This chapter felt so short.
Another one.
But so crazy. Wow. Trey Bird, member for 13 months, said 3 mythical zones in Wano and Blackbeard isn't going to invade. Wild. Kaido, Orochi, and Yamato. 4. Don't forget Marco. Marco was there too. And now Luffy, right? So 5. And who knows, maybe even Chopper's a mythical. And who knows, maybe Robin's a mythical. Fable said, I need Doc Q to gender bend Zoro without Zoro realizing it, and Sanji to see gender bend Zoro. Man, you know that's coming, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that. Raymar Football said only thing saving Law is Crossgill pulling up. I don't know. I mean, I would love if Sword, you know, came to save their man right here. You know, where's Drake at? Like seriously, where's Drake at? I feel like Drake has to play a role. Like if he finds out that Kobe's captured and all that, that we might be getting the like Drake, Law, Kobe connection right there, like the triangle. I'm ready for that. Caleb Brown said I would love for Kid to run into the Cross Guild though. Kid's getting low diffed. Emil said, who on the crew will get hit by the milady? Definitely Zoro. Frankie would be the most interesting person to see hit with the milady because of all the modifications. Like, I actually would be interested to see what Oda would do with a gender bent Frankie. Q would do it to Chopper, but Chopper still just looks the same. Ripty Sauce said Ivankov gonna go full Soldier Boy. Stole my whole flow. Beat for beat, bar for bar. I came back in time for Spicy Chrissy. What's Spicy Chrissy saying? Wait, what? Let me find out. I mean, it looks like he handled it, Chrissy, but let me know if I have to pull up to this cafe. Let's see. Oh my god. I said Frankie getting hit by the milady, and then Crappy immediately went to the nipple light. Chrissy's mothering mode. Mommy01 said, I feel Drake is also dead. To be honest, no. Drake is alive. Drake is totally alive. Why would he be dead? We saw him talk to Hawkins right before Hawkins died. That was the last we saw of Drake. Drake was fine. Drake is alive. Why do people, like, I've seen other people say that, like, Drake is probably dead. Drake is not dead. Fable, spitting. Garp might be hunting Blackbeard to get back Kobe. Garp plus Drake plus Law versus Blackbeard. So, fire the agenda. Fire it. Fire it! Yes! Fire it up. Let's get Garp involved. Let's have my man Garp pull up like Rayleigh. With some serious paternal energy. Right? Says, don't mess with my boy. He's talking about Law. That's me seeing the Tide Nono, but also reading all of this in the chat. So, shout out to Ty, who said, "Don't worry, toxic Chrissy. Texas Cross Guild is putting the bounty out on this old lady." You're missing it in the chat. My wife went to a cafe while we were streaming. This old lady apparently, according to everything I'm reading, got upset. My wife brought a child to the cafe, even though there's a, an area for children to play and read and all that there. There seems to have been some sort of verbal altercation. But luckily I know that my wife can handle herself, but yeah. Why is being a woman a sickness? It's not. But I'm sure that the female, the woman, the lady, because Law has a woman on his crew. I don't know what her name is, but Law does have a girl on his crew. And she could have been turned into a man. So, I mean, like, the disease is just, you may understand your body, but then once it switches, you have to learn how to move and control everything, because your entire structure is different. I don't know. Even if Drake is alive, what's he gonna do? Get folded again? Yo, Drake is... Don't sleep on Drake. That man is a captain of sword. Drake is dead. Why do people think Drake is dead? We literally saw him alive talking to Hawkins. He was not even hurt. He was A-okay. Tyrannosaur said, I don't know, Drake might be dead. Kind of fell off after Views, in my opinion. Views is probably my favorite album, too. Her name is Ikaku. The more you know. Wait, we have names for the unnamed fodder on his crew? Is we serious? I didn't know that. Shout out to my guy Fable. He said, "Malady is an old English word for disease of the mind or body. Malady. Oda is just making a pun with the Malady disease. There's nothing deeper to it, fellas." Yeah. I do like that.
Savage.
Adam Nash said we got a One Piece Bounty Rush group going. Yeah, over on the Discord. And I've been playing a lot because they just added my boy Bellamy into it. Randomly, was not expecting it. Early birthday present. My birthday's at the end of the month. So I got one of my goats. Already maxed them out. I'm back in SS League and Bounty Rush. See. Rick said, I mean, I don't know if Drake is okay, but he wasn't dying. Yeah. I mean, he took some damage, but he is not dead. This is said over. If you're reading this, it's too late. That's a strong take. I mean, there's some good bangers on it. If you're reading this, it's too late. Energy 10 bands, but I don't know. Views. I also have like an emotional connection because the album came out right when I was like on my way to Tokyo, so I spent like just almost my entire time in Japan, just like bumping a bunch of the tracks on that. So it just kind of like was the soundtrack for my trip. So, and there's just there's some heat on that album. And it also like it was like a notorious Drake hater until that album. Rizit JPEG said, do you think there's something about Beppo Sulong that is too dangerous to pull out all the time or something? How do you think Oda will compensate for Beppo's lacking? So I think Beppo probably, you know, much like Hecoms, cannot control their Sulong form. Like, if Beppo were to go Sulong, he would probably just turn into like a mindless beast and, you know, has no one there to calm him. So I don't know if Oda has it planned at some point to have like Beppo legitimately like do something and like be a menace, but it hasn't happened yet. So I don't know. Batman for Real said if Drake was a One Piece character, he'd be Yasop. Yasop's a little too gangster for Drake. That's implying that Drake is a real shooter out here. But I mean, I see where you're really going with that. You know, shout out to the Pusha T disses. Anyway, Dizza said, Chrissy, have y'all checked out the new Mike Flanagan project on Netflix? We want to. We're gonna get into it. We do like the Mike Flanagan stuff. Midnight Mass was excellent. Haunting of Hill House, the first one, was excellent. I didn't watch the second one, but I'm not missing much there. Emil said, I'll be flying to Japan next Friday if I can catch the stream on the plane. I mean, you know, if you got Wi-Fi on the plane, enjoy yourself. If you can, I would say make a trip out to Kyoto and go to Arashiyama and Kinkakuji. Those were two of my favorite places, and that was like life-changing experiences going to those particular places. I mean, Tokyo is fun. But like seeing like the breathtaking stuff that Kyoto had to offer, like definitely go out there and do that. Yeah, and a fun fact, I don't know if they do it now because of COVID or anything like that, but when I went in 2016, if you go to your local like embassy and it's like your first time going there, you can actually get a rail pass. Japan Rail Pass, which allows you like basically free transit on the JR line. So Japan has like two separate subway systems. They have like an above ground, which is like more futuristic and everything like that, and that's the JR line, and then they have their underground, which is like more standard, similar to like New York and everything like that. It's still, you know, better than anything that America's got like train wise, but you don't get a free pass for that, but you can ride all of the JRs for free, and it also covers the bullet train. So it cost me in 2016 about like, I don't know, like $200 or something, but like a round trip on a bullet train is like $400. So you're already like saving yourself. So I don't know, like, if, you know, because you're already leaving your meal, but like definitely like see if there's a like a Japan embassy near you, see if you can get that Japan Rail Pass, JR Rail Pass, because if you want to travel and go to multiple places and everything, that's going to really like save you some money on trains. Sorry for the, side tangent there, guys, but, wanted to help my guy out. Kev Dog, my guy, came with the heat on the Vegapunk theory. Said Drake dying before the connection with him and Law being developed upon would be tragic. Facts. Also, what are we thinking about all of the Blackbeard's original crew getting Devil Fruit reveals except for Lafitte? Because Lafitte has probably already had a Devil Fruit. Like, imagine he's got like the Hypnosis Fruit. But we also know that he had wings and everything like that. So Lafitte has had a Devil Fruit as far as I'm concerned. But Lafitte is not with this pair because he's the one at Whole Cake. Because how else are you going to kidnap Pudding without hypnotizing them to sleep and then, taking away with them? And I liked what Jonathan R.K. was mentioning, that in order to open your third eye, some say that, you can force it that way with hypnosis rather than meditation. So I like that. Lafitte is definitely at Whole Cake with Kuzan and is responsible for taking Pudding. Gio said Pusha T got Drake with the 1-2. Pusha T is, that my guy's top 5. DOA. Fable said, "You are hiding a child." Let that boy come home. Good God, Push. Stop shooting. He's already dead. Yeah. Seeing all this Pusha T stuff in the chat is giving me life. You are hiding a child. The way my man said it, though. Oh, God. All right. Maxo said Osaka is amazing. I haven't been to Osaka. Please don't diss my daddy. Oh God. Let's see. Kyoto is the best. I haven't seen much of Japan, but as far as where I've been, Kyoto was my favorite. I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm an expert. Oh, Emil said that they did buy the pass online. All right, cool. Said the closest embassy is in New York. Well, that's where I got it. I just walked in there. I'm glad they were able to get you figured out online, though. Miss Rain said they nearly vomited watching Dahmer. You can't pay me to watch that show. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to sit here and sensationalize murderers. Ooh. Wrench Dodger 2000 said, so who's watching Kobe? Shiryu? He is a jailer after all. I would actually love that. If Shiryu is the guard for Kobe and Law when they're both imprisoned. The crazy thing is I need a justification for Blackbeard to actually imprison Law and not just kill dude and take his fruit. Because if you're hunting down fruits, Law is on the chopping block right now. For him to get captured, I'm gonna have to question Blackbeard's motives. Why would you that man, if Blackbeard actually imprisons Law long enough for Law to escape and all of that, that's gonna be the weakest Blackbeard move ever. I'm not gonna let Blackbeard slip or slide on that. Fable said, Lafitte Hito no Mi model angel, perhaps. Fable said, as a fallen angel, Lafitte could lead people astray, which could tie into the hypnosis. I like that. Andrew Rodriguez spitting, saying, on Marijo, Abani definitely saw the Kuma enslaved by the Celestial Dragons, and I suspect she saw the revolutionaries save him. So she must know this police Kuma is different. Right, exactly. She had to have had some sort of an interaction with the Kuma, because she interacted with Sabo. So, I don't know. I mean, like, Bonnie's going through a lot right now. Okay? Like, it's the only family she's got, but there's like, 500 of her dad out there right now. Neil said they are going to Kyoto. Arashiyama, Kinkakuji, go. Chrissy spitting said the reason I won't watch Dahmer is because 1, it's from his point of view. 2, sensationalizing and fetishizing the murder of actual people. Yes. And 3, the victims of the families are pissed. There is no reason that show should have ever been made. I've heard Evan Peters is a great guy, but I just no. Like, we shouldn't even be talking about this guy. We shouldn't know his name. We should not, this goes for, every, major murder, serial killer out there, school shooter, everything like that. We should not know their names. I should not be able to go into my personal lexicon and pull out these names. And I'm not even going to bring them out on stream. But in my head, I'm thinking about, 10, 15 different names that I should not have in my head. And just making these movies about it? Capitalizing on things that just should be forgotten, because someone eventually looks at that stuff and then thinks, I want to be remembered like this person. Maybe they'll make a show of me. And I just, not into it. Sorry, guys. Got fired up. Theo said, why doesn't Bonnie know about the pacifistas? I mean, she should. She should. 1, she was on Sabaody when they, all appeared. 2, she's been out in the world. This is what the world government is using. She was watching Marineford. She was at Sabaody watching Marineford. There were a ton of her dad on the screen. Is this a thing that Oda didn't plan until later in his notes, and didn't necessarily set it up exactly with, maybe he knew he wanted to tie Bonnie to the Celestial Dragons or something like that, but he may not have had the Kuma connection entirely there. Or maybe he did. I don't know. I would love to know how long he's actually been thinking about this. Because Bonnie was watching Marineford. She saw those Kumas shooting lasers and all this other stuff. Is Sanji going to know about pudding? I mean, eventually, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Fable's out of here. See you, Fable. David Cross, a bit out there, but what if Lafitte has the Hypno fruit and it's strong enough to cause your body to physically mutate to fit your new beliefs? I don't know about that, but it would be interesting if there was some sort of mind control element to it. Power of persuasion. Because think about it, let's say Lafitte is Sanji's endgame battle, right? And if he is an angel, or if he does have a hypno fruit or anything like that, right? I truly believe that Sanji was spliced with Lunarian DNA, right? And the Lunarians were the, you know, the fallen angels themselves. So it could be this dark angel versus like this good angel, but really Sanji's the good one and he's the bad one. So you can play on some themes there. But then also, if he has the power to like go into your mind and like mess with things like that, like Sanji has like one of the strongest minds on the squad, right? So he would have to like, but he's also susceptible to some things. So Lafitte would be able to get in there, and then it would be a battle where Sanji has to like fight his own beliefs, fight his own, you know, maybe even his simping or anything like that to like overcome Lafitte. So I think that there's an element there that is kind of interesting if Sanji does fight Lafitte. I like the idea of the Avalo Pizarro thing, but I like it more if like the main core 5 are up against, you know, or like the core squad is really fighting the core Blackbeard guys, you know, from the pre-time skip. And Avalo Pizarro, he kind of came, you know, really late in the game and he hasn't done anything yet. Whereas Lafitte is also like the sneaky guy, kind of like Sanji too, where, you know, he hypnotized everything to open the gates to Marineford and everything, similar to how Sanji, you know, like disappeared and opened the gates during Eddie's lobby. So there's like some parallels there where I really want Sanji versus Lafitte, and like their aesthetic is also the same. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. That's what I want. I want Sanji versus Lafitte. I said, damn it, gotta go, Savage Crew. I'll catch the VOD. I'll catch you later, man. Appreciate you. Mr. Fan said, it's trauma and not that complicated. I'd be doing the same if I saw a synthetic version of my dad getting beaten. Prappy said, imagine your dad being made into a robot, other people trying to whoop his ass. That's so psychologically effed up. Yeah. That's what we're dealing with. And like Oda's trying to show that as well. YRN Don said Bonnie had a pretty frightened face when she heard of the pacifistas being at Sabaody. Like she knew who they were made from. I see. Now I need to go back to Sabaody because that's exactly the thing that I wanted to see. I want to see that connection there. Maxo said, highly recommend Chainsaw Man. I've been hearing a lot about it. The anime just came out, right? Like, is it available or is it still coming out? Because here's the thing, right? Hunter x Hunter is coming back. So I plan on doing some content for that as well. But I'd be down probably on Twitch to like start something new, like Chainsaw Man or something, if people were into that. Because I know a couple of people I know are really into it, and so is and Morge talks a lot about it as well. I don't know if it's going to exactly be my vibe, but I also don't really know anything about it. Still airing. Just came out, really good first episode. Okay. First episode's available. Maxo said they think I'd really like Chainsaw Man. Alright. Hunter x Hunter's coming back. Yeah, literally like October 23rd. We're actually getting a Hunter x Hunter chapter. That's what I've been seeing on the internet. Chainsaw Man's super gory. Alright. Also, a heads up, guys. I am next week. I don't know what time the stream is going to be. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a little bit later. Maybe like 2. Like I might like start normally around when we end. I gotta figure it out. So there might not be like a landing page. So just keep an eye out. So it's not gonna be 12:15. It's gonna be just a little bit later. Let's see. Geo said no, Randy, watch Ranking of Kings. Yeah, I want to watch Ranking of Kings. I want to watch Spy X Family. I want to check out Chainsaw Man. Like, there's so much to do. I just, like, there's almost, like, no time. Oh, man. I'm gonna figure it out, though. I'm gonna figure it out. Is Yamato going to join the Revolutionary Army? Why? Nothing in the story like gives that vibe. But Loggy Doggy said Chainsaw Man is Luffy if he wanted boobs instead of the One Piece. So this guy is like literally like he has a chainsaw for a face, chainsaw for arms, but he just wants to be loved. Is that the story? But no one will ever love him because he's a chainsaw. He'll just like rip through whatever love he has. Did I just like figure out the plot to Chainsaw Man? Maxo said LOL, not quite. He can turn the chainsaws off. Okay. I was worried it was like a rogue situation from X-Men where they're like always a chainsaw. Phantom said not exactly, but I do like that plot. I'm out here writing my own stories. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about with the chapter. I'm looking at these memes on TCB with Law as Odin holding up his fodder Marine crew. Yeah. There's a meme here that said, who said he's alone? And then it's Blackbeard versus Law, Burgess versus Law with the straw, the Amagasa covering or whatever that he had in Wano. Burgess versus Stampede Law, and Doc Q versus the disguise that Law put on in Dressrosa. Law's so confident, like he's gonna walk out of this alive. Like that is just, it's not happening, bro. It's just, give it up. I'm just excited for the agenda for all of this. Probably gonna start wrapping the stream up here. You know, see what everybody else is talking about on the internet. Get ready for the analysis. And we'll definitely be talking about Rocky Port and Sword and everything in the analysis and everything like that. Let's see. That's such a like unreasonable motivation. Very motivated said, Randy, the main character just wants to touch Titty before he dies. Like, if that is that really the story? Is that really the story? But he has chainsaw hands, so it's Edward Scissorhands. I don't know. But they say that you can turn the chainsaws off. I don't know. Royland Ford said Randy better pray Drake is nearby to save our boy Law. Yeah, he's gonna come through and save him again. But then Shiryu like appears. And then now suddenly the Blackbeard pirates have an Allosaurus fruit. Phantom Greyfire with the darkness said it'd be fun if his entire crew died and Law got captured. Oda wouldn't do that though. I don't know. I'm gonna be looking at Blackbeard a little crazy if, like, all of Law's crew gets out of this alive. Did the Egghead citizen clothes say Lindbergh? I don't know. I know one of them said petrology, which, you know, like the study of fuel, petrol. One of them does have Lind on it. One might be history. Lindell? I don't know. I mean, we really can't read it, so... John Bart dies. It's like the only one of Law's crew that I really like. Who do they steal the devil fruits from? That's the question. That's the question. Like, I want to know. Like, and I know Oda's going to like skip past all of this and just have us pretend that like none of this happened and then come back to this in 50 chapters and then tell us what happened, but I really want more of this in 1064. Like, let's keep the peak train going. Don't do this, Oda. Right? But now that we're also seeing what's going on with Law, I feel like we also need to see what's going on with Kid. So if that's Elbaf or not. I feel like some point in the next 5 chapters, we need to see what's going on with Kid too. Because Oda's clearly trying to tie a connection between these guys. And honestly, I'm okay with Kid actually showing up at Egghead as well because of all of the punk vibes and Daft Punk and Killer and all that. And I'm okay with him being in this arc because he would have a better display here than he would in Wano. But I do want more Rocky Port incident lore. I want all of that. We didn't see the other half of the crew this chapter, so theoretically we do need to see what's going on with them next chapter, see what's happening. You know, probably the other side of Egghead that they land on. Maybe we'll find out that it is actually Kaido's favorite island, and, you know, we'll see those structures there because they are with Caribou. Still waiting to see Smoker It would be nice to see what's going on with Kobe, where they're keeping him, what's going on with that. Maybe a little bit of understanding there. Drew Beat said, why doesn't Vegapunk care about the One Piece? If he wanted, he could easily find it. Maybe? Do we know that? Do we know that for sure? But Rouge, I see a lot of people talking about Rouge's fruit in the chat. So I really loved the idea of Rouge being the 10 Titanic captain to like bring him into the story. Like out of anybody being the 10 Titanic captain, like I love the idea of Rouge being it. But now with Burgess having this buff fruit, right? Which I don't know if we ever got like an exact translation for Rouge's fruit. We probably did, like in a fever card or anything. But I'm pretty sure Rouge's like ability is that he absorbs the impact and the power. He's basically like a human impact or rejectile, and he like absorbs all of the pain. And then when he punches, he can like funnel all of the pain that he absorbed, you know, kind of like Black Panther's suit, and then hit you with it, right? So the kinetic energy and everything like that gets stored in his body, and then he hits you with that. Whereas what Burgess appears to be doing here is just super strength, which is overpowered in itself. Harvision said that Aruja's fruit was never named, I don't believe. But yes, Karma Exposure was the translation of his attack, yeah. Can Burgess buff others? That's interesting. We'll just have to wait and find out. Because Van Augur can teleport others, which is crazy enough on its own. IB said, Randy, another drip ranking video when? I just did a drip collaboration with Morge and JD Legend, so you can go check that out or watch the abridged version on the Morge Unleashed channel. It was fun. So we did recently talk about drip, so I think I'll, you know, I want to see what the rest of this arc holds, you know, if the rest of the crew goes into that fashion machine or not. I don't want Rouge to have been off-screened either, Parvision saying that his voice is gone. I mean, you can hear mine. Mine's been gone since the premiere. Par said, good job teaching Morge about drip and sauce. Hey, you know, I'm here to educate. I'm here. This is what we do. Okay. Another collab with Eddie Heartthrob win. Tell Eddie to drop more heat. He's always got some heat in the tuck. Check out his Spotify, Eddie Heartthrob. He's got a bunch of new songs on there and stuff that he's put out, you know, in the past couple months. Boggy's out of here. Yep. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start wrapping things up. So for 1064, I would still love to see some smoker action. If Oda gives us more Law and Blackbeard, then Goda. Thank you. But I fully expect Oda to do what he always does and not show us anything else from this for several chapters. Or even months. Now, what I do expect is seeing the rest of the crew docking at Egghead. So something along those lines. That's what I'm expecting. So are we doing Hunter x Hunter live streams? We will. We will. And Sabi said the film Red Review was awesome, and it was great, like, hanging with those guys again after, you know, hanging with them in real life. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here.
Savage.
This stream was a blast. The chapter was incredible. We got another super chat here from Emmanuel Blue, who said, "My ex always made fun of me for watching anime. Just want to, but the Savage Squad on notice that my current girlfriend started watching One Piece behind my back to catch up, because she saw how much the series meant to me for life." Put a ring on that. Put a ring on that. ASAP. Okay. I did. That's the thing, you know. Don't get stuck with a woman that, you know, doesn't let you be you. Okay, and that's, you know, and that's the true sign of something. Like when Chrissy and I started dating, like, she loves Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I tell this story a lot, but it's like I wanted to understand her, so on the sly I was watching Buffy, and then it was like, and then it became a deal. Like, I'll watch Buffy, you watch One Piece. And that's, you know, it's just, that's a keeper right there, Emmanuel. All right. So W is in the chat for Emmanuel. He found a good one. He said she's in Skypiea now as well. She hooked now. Hey. Alright. I had to convince Chrissy to keep going because she wasn't really feeling Skypiea. She did love Alabasta, but the Pell survival, like, was a big deal for her. Barry said, "Meanwhile, men want commitment from me, but can't commit to One Piece. Baby, I'm not the one." His brain is putting their prediction in that in 1066 we'll get Vivi. Hey, I'm down for that. Oh, by the way, guys, we're a couple of chapters away from 100 chapters of Randy Troy content, because I started with 967. It's 1063. So when we get to 1067, that's 100 years of Randy Troy. Congratulations, 100 years of Randy Troy, 100 years in the business. Tim and Eric jokes. Chrissy said, "I certainly was not feeling that arc." Keep telling her to go back and give it a chance, though. But once Water 7 and everything kicked in, she never looked back. This is said, Emmanuel, she got a sister. Oh, man. All right. So that's that. Thanks everybody for dropping by. Analysis, you know, aiming for Sunday release this week, because I'm not, you know, as busy as I was last week, where the video had to come out on Monday. So, you know, we'll probably come out on Sunday now. And then, like I said, stream for 1064. Just keep an eye out. I don't know if I'll have a landing page. It'll basically, I just gotta finish what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna start the stream. All right. Sabi said VV's in Elbath. That's what I want. I want that. That's that. Thanks everybody for being here. Let's see. Morgan Daniel said the fact that Law is there and Kobe is there. What if Law tries to save Kobe and that could be the reveal that they're both in sword? Look, the moment I saw that the Polar Tang was there, near Blackbeard, near Kobe, I ascended. I nearly stopped the stream with Ascension because it was agenda time. All right. Any idea when the live action drops? When it does. When it does. And be excited. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Boom.
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.